And we are live. Not Memorex, but we are live. Who do we have in the chat real quick? We got Josh Perry here, Bill H., Derek Trout. Welcome, guys. Glad that you guys could make it. Hopefully we'll get a couple more people in here. We have a lot of people here on the panel. We're going to be talking to our friend from down under, whom is currently freshening up. He just woke up. So we're going to go over everyone here on the panel. So if you want to be JP is in the background. If you want to jump on here where you can see yourself, you're more than welcome to do that. Let's go ahead and start at the very top here on my screen. I don't know what your screen's like, but we got Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane. If you want to just, do you want to chat a little bit about yourself real quick and drop your .coms while we're waiting for the captain to get back?
Sure. Let's talk about me for a second.
Absolutely.
I spent a tremendous amount of time today looking up just unnecessary rules or laws or whatever. Do you guys know it is illegal in Hawaii for a single woman to laugh out loud on Sundays?
Now, is that when you're actually, if that, can she type LOL or is that illegal also?
No, she's only required to aloha. And you can find me at ppgshane.com. And if you do the ppgshane.com on TikTok, you'll find my new TikTok page that I just started, which is pretty awesome.
You know, I got a TikTok, but I don't think that I've really posted very much on it. Maybe I need to post more on it. Anyway, well,
that's it. That's
that's Shane in a nutshell.
Yeah, pretty much.
Our resident comedian.
Unless you know what do you call a man with a rubber toe is called?
What is the man with a rubber toe called?
Roberto.
Womp womp womp. Okay.
let's move on. Oh wait, it's after 8 o'clock.
All right, we're still waiting for our guest to come back after freshening up, so I don't know where he is. So we're trying to give everybody here that's on the panel a little bit of airtime. So let's go ahead and go over to Linda Anderson. Linda Anderson, she's our cheerleader. Everybody knows her. Linda, tell us a little bit about yourself and your .com.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll make it short and sweet because I know we got a big show tonight with Mr. Priori on our show. Yes, the Aussie. I'm Linda Anderson, and I am the ParamourUSA.com. I'm the mother of Robert Michaels of ParaglidingTalk.com. I'm his PR and all the good stuff. I love being on the show. You know, I love being a part of it and everything. And so on. Just saying. Hi, everybody.
Hey, all right, welcome. Looks like Walter is here, so we're gonna run through the everything real quick. We got Shannon and Mickey, father and daughter that's training. So welcome, guys. Appreciate you being here. We got ppgtommy.com, whom is in the house. Welcome, my friend. Glad that you made it. We got Eric ppglear.com. He's going to be here with his lovely wife, Flying Flamingo Jade. And welcome, guys. We appreciate you. JP's in the house too, but he's not going to be doing the spinning wheel thing. He's someplace away from his computer, whatever that is. And you can find him at jptulo.com. Yeah, right. That's it.
jptulo.com and ppgjp.com.
We hear a double. That's pretty crazy. Yep. We also got Michael, ppgmajesticair.com. So welcome, everybody. Glad that you made it. And Walter is back from freshening up. Walter, everybody knows Walter. Everybody knows Walter. And he does fly a PPC, a powered parachute. However, because he's kind of like an honorary PPG, because everybody's a PPG somebody over here on the show. So he is now an honorary PPGWalter.com. So if you want to find out more about him, it actually forwards over to his Facebook page. Also, paramotorguest.com every week, when we have a guest, paramotorguest.com forwards to their page. So right now, Walter has 2 .coms going to his Facebook page. Dude, have you ever thought that you'd have so many .coms?
No, I haven't got as many as you.
Well, welcome to the show, Walter. We appreciate you being here. This hour is all about you and your PPC, power parachute. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into this. And now you're back into the power parachutes. And that's the whole reason why we're talking about this tonight. Welcome to the show, Walter.
Thank you very much, Sean, and all the guests, all the other people on the panel, and people listening in the podcast. Yeah, basically about myself. I 65 years of age and born here in Adelaide. Adelaide, being South Australia, is the main city in the South Australia, and I got interested in flying probably in the mid-90s. Some mates of mine were building PPC that they saw some guy flying around in Melbourne, Shane, living in Melbourne in America. And they saw these PPC flying and thought, got to get into this. And so I saw what they were doing. And at the time, in 97, I was flying GA. I was doing my pilot license. And really, GA is quite expensive, to try and buy or...
For new people that don't understand these abbreviations, what does GA stand for?
General aviation. So your normal Cessnas, Pipers. I flew a Tobago TB10 Socketer. It's Socketer is the manufacturer from France, and I did my pilot training at a school here called Parafield, is our local airfield, not the main airfield, but GA airfield. So anyone who's got a private license can fly into that area rather than the major international airport. Anyway, they were building these PPCs and I thought very interesting, and when they finished them, I got to fly one, and I thought, yeah, this is me. Plus, I had an accident, and I was in hospital, and I was dreaming of flying one of these machines with them around when we're flying through.
So you had an accident flying general aviation?
No. Sorry, I had an accident in a boat going back 20 odd years ago, and I was dreaming in hospital of flying with the boys in the PPC through the hills of Adelaide. So that got me thinking, and I designed my own machine, and 7.5 years later I finished it.
And that's what we can see behind you right now is your machine that you designed yourself, you built yourself, and that's a power paired chute, right? A PPC is a power paired chute, correct?
That's right. So what happened was I finished building it, like I said, 7.5 years. It took a long time, a lot of work. I basically wanted something that represented an aircraft rather than a trike buggy, you know. So because I came from aviation, so I really put everything into it. It's got gauges, it's got everything, you know. It's got a two-cylinder, two-stroke Rotax, which is 52 horsepower. And my wing is 500 square feet, which I believe is about 50 odd square meters, 50 odd, square meters, which is like your chutes are 23, 28, 30, and I think mine's about 50. So,
well, how heavy is your machine?
With me in it, full of fuel, we're looking at 400 kilos. So that's about 800 odd pounds. 820 pounds, 850 pounds, the max, I suppose. But the chute is what carries us, as you know. So shortly I'm going to take you outside and I'll show you the machine rather than just on the wall. And I'll hopefully start it up for you and you can have a look and I'll show you around it if that's okay.
Absolutely. This is your show. I mean, you have us captivated and you have us for the next 45 minutes, whatever you want to do. Absolutely. So did you want to talk more about your background, more about your machine, or do you want to take your laptop out there and go ahead and show us your awesome machine?
Like I said, basically I started with GA, got the license, and then later, because PPCs doesn't fall under the GA category, we're in ultralights. So I went for my license in several different aircrafts in ultralights, Jabiroos, Gazelle, Light Wings, they're all ultralights. I think the Jabiroo, you may know, that is sold now in America as well. And
I think that there's a lot of questions right now because over here in the States, when it comes to ultralights, we don't need licenses. I know over in Australia where you are, there is more regulations. So maybe we need to ask the panel real quick. Panel, do you guys have any questions for Walter when it comes to ultralights and licenses or anything like that?
What's your chances of hitting a kangaroo on landing or takeoff?
Well, they do get on. Well, when I was at the airfield, and yes, they can come onto the runway or the area where we take off with PPCs. I have chased one, and I was only about 20 odd feet off the ground. I was just following him. You can see from the air, you can see the tracks that they make on the ground. And I was following him anyway. I didn't mean to upset him, but he turned and looked at me and stood up with his arms up. And if I was any lower, he would have pinged me out the air. He was a big fella too. So, yeah, we have plenty of them out here with, usually they travel in a group, you know, mum, dad, the kids, and probably the nieces and the nephews and uncles and aunts. Some groups that get quite big. And like I said, they generally do the same sort of path every day, and you can see where they travel. there's a definite path in the ground, so you can see them. But sometimes it depends on the weather. Depends on if there's been rain. You really don't see them very close.
See what you started, Shane. See what you started.
We're gonna have to get Walter to give his answers under a minute, so because we have a bunch of questions and they're flying by in a hurry.
Yeah.
Bill H has got a question. Do you get to fly as much as you want?
Yeah, you can. Is he meaning me? At the moment, I haven't flown for about 6 years. So I plan on flying probably in about a month and a half. By the time I've just got a little bit of work to do on the machine to get it up back. I had a little rollover, and that's did a bit of damage to the bodywork, but you can hardly see it. It's just fine fiberglass that I need to repair. I don't know if that answers this question. You can fly whenever you want. Same thing. The weather provides.
I think he's talking about maybe daylight, nighttime. Can you fly PPC at night?
No. Same as you guys with a strobe, half hour after sunset.
All right. Next question is from Will Fly. Walter, do you have a type of rating for each ultralight, or does one license cover all?
One license will cover all, but you do have to do transition to different aircraft. So it's only a matter of going for a flight and knowing the envelope of the aircraft, which they don't vary much. They pretty well land and takeoff speeds are pretty well around the mark. So that's what you got to learn is just your takeoff speed, landing speed, glide speed, etc.
All right. Yeah. Hold. We got questions coming quick, Walter. So we got to. Okay. I'm sorry to cut you off. Jim CR120, who by the way I got to meet this past weekend, super nice guy, and yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say about him. He has a question. How long is PPC training? How long does the training last?
About 5 hours.
What?
Yep, 5 hours. 5 hours, and I'm in the air.
Wow. We got Brian Haybell Waller in the chat, and he's got a question for you, Walter. If the prop has to turn backward, or does the prop have to turn backwards south of the equator?
Well, actually, I'm not sure on that, but it's a Rotax prop goes. Yeah, actually, if you ask me right now, I can't even tell you which way it goes, but no, they're the same, Brian Waller, Mr. Haybar. Yeah, you don't have to stand upside down all the time, and the prop does turn the right way, if that answers it.
All right, so we got another great question from Jim CR120. Wants to know pros and cons of PC or PPC compared to Trite PPG.
Naturally, it's a bigger machine, a heavier machine. I haven't flown a PPC trike, so I can't really tell you, but I have flown PPCs that are a lot lighter than what I've built. And yes, they do climb rate, descent rate, and definitely don't use as much fuel as I do. I use a lot of fuel, I can use 18 litres an hour and as low as 12. So,
okay, that leads into the next question. How much is a liter of petro in Australia?
A litre at the moment is probably $1.40, and your gallon there's 4 litres, so that's $5 more a gallon.
Whew. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I was not told tonight would be show your pets and hold them on camera. JP and Flying Flamingo. One's got a chicken, the other one's got a cat. Anybody else on the panel have any animals they want to show? Walter, if you held up a baby kangaroo right now, I've lost it.
Or a koala. The koala.
What do you got there, Walter?
I think he's
Do
gonna.
it.
Think he's gonna.
I gotta take my background off.
He's got a roo. Oh my goodness, he's got a roo.
Uh-huh.
So while he's taking his background off, guys, we're going to be spinning for a couple of shirts tonight. Actually, not spinning, but we're going to be guessing a number from 1 to 100 also. So make sure you start putting in your numbers into the chat. It looks like he's got a roo.
He's got a ring.
What's up with that? I mean, where'd you get that from?
I bought it off of eBay. I bought 2 kangaroos and two koalas. You see the kangaroo in the pouch, a little baby, and the kangaroo's carrying a koala bear. And then, because I've bought these for my girlfriends in America.
Oh my goodness.
Linda, you
Yes,
can
honey.
I actually sent yours off and the Americans accepted it yesterday.
Yay! I'm so
So
excited.
that's
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. By the time I get back to my house, it'll be there.
Yeah, you might have to iron out the hat. It's
That hat is what does it.
Yeah.
I could just see Linda wearing the hat too.
I'm so super excited. Thank
Is
you,
Amy in
Walter.
the house? Amy's got a kangaroo with the
That's super cute.
koala on its back with the Joey coming. Miss Krista's got a kangaroo coming, and Jade Leah has got a koala coming. When Jade gives me her address.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
We have another question from Jim CR120.
Yes.
What type of flying do you do with the PPC? Cross country, acro? What do you do?
No acro. Really, we tend to keep close to our takeoff area. But I do enjoy cross countries, and generally, just like a PPG, you work out in the morning or the afternoon where the wind's coming from, and we fly into the wind and then fly home with the wind. So, yeah, I've been on a few. My longest flight is about an hour and a half, which is quite a long time. I mean, I travel at about 35 miles an hour. So, yeah, I can travel quite far. Where my airfield was, we have the River Murray, which is a nice scenic area, green on the edges during summer. In our winter, it's green everywhere, but not as much as I see of your areas over there. Seems to be very green in America compared to Australia. We have a lot of dry in our summers, which everything dies off and everything's brown, including the ground.
I've seen the pictures of Australia. I got something for you right here that just came in the mail today from Paralife PPG.
Another shirt.
Do you want me to open it real quick for you? So as I'm opening up this, I just want to let everybody know. Just want to let everybody know that we are sending a package off to Walter, and we have a lot of stuff that we're going to be sending him. So today, any donations that come into the show are going to be going to sending Walter off his package, which has, well, you can't see it, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be sending to him. Walter, enjoy from Mark McElroy, Paralife PPG. You got stickers in here, and look at this beautiful shirt from Paralife PPG.
Lovely.
Absolutely
Thank
beautiful.
You, Mark. Is Mark on the in the show tonight?
Mark, if you're there and you want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on and say hi.
Thank you, Mark, if you're watching.
Definitely appreciate everybody that has donated to Walter's package. It is June already. I cannot believe it's June, and my birthday's coming up here in a couple of days too. So, you know, this is just, I love June. June is my favorite month of the year. Everything is wonderful. The spring has sprung, and I'm a happy camper. Anybody that wants to come on, I'll put the meeting ID and password on. But Walter, you got another shirt, so congratulations. That's awesome.
And Walter, you have another question.
Yes.
Mickey?
Walter, you're steering on that rig. Do you use foot steering?
Yes, I've actually got pedals that I made up, and I'll show you shortly. Just for general, once I'm in the air, general flying, I just push left or right to go left and right. If I want to do a hard turn, what I'll do is push left, power up, or power up before. Generally, I'll push the foot first and then power up, and then I'll grab, say if I'm going left, I'll push the left foot first and then power up, and then I can reach out and then grab the line, my steering line, and give it more as well.
Okay, all right.
If that's
But if you wanted to pull brake like when you're coming in, do you push both of them forward?
yes, and sometimes I'll even grab it with the hands to bring the wing down, you know, whichever way I want, either behind me, depending on the wind, or to the left or the right.
And your throttle, is that on a lever in the middle, or how is it?
Lever on the right-hand side.
On the right-hand side.
We got a question from Jay. We got a question from JP Tulo. Do you have trimmers? Do you have trimmers on your PPC?
No.
All right. And what is the from Jim up in Canada? He's the furthest from you. He wants to know what's the exchange rate from Aussie to American.
Roughly at the moment, it's about 75 cents to your dollar. In Canada, actually, the Canadian dollar is better for me. I think Canadian's about 90 cents. So something coming out of Canada, I pay less. Not less, pay less on top of their dollar. So roughly I got to add, let's say 25 cents to your dollar, and to his dollar would only be about 10 cents. I don't know what the difference is in their dollar to your dollar, but to me it's cheaper if I was to buy something out of Canada than the USA. But we've been, like I said, I've been.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. They stick together for, I think, forever. But the males will guard the female and the children.
So why did that thing come all the way out of its way just to kick that guy?
I don't know whether he probably, I'd say because of the wing, and we do have the same, you guys have the same with your eagles attacking the wing. I think they just see it as a threat. And, you know, whether it's just something, you know, they see it as a bird, perhaps. I'm not 100% sure, especially as a PPG foot launch. You know, you guys have got legs, and they probably think it's a type of bird, even though they don't really attack the people. They go for the wing. We have magpies out here, black and white magpies, and when they're mating, when they've got children or whatever you want to call them in the trees, you can't get near it. They'll swoop people, and it's been known that if you want to deter them, put your sunglasses on your head because they think you're looking at them. Otherwise, they'll swoop and claw your head. Not claw, they're only small.
Never thought about that. Never knew about that. I'll be wearing my glasses on my head from now on.
Well,
So
when if you come to Australia and if it's breeding time for the magpies, yeah, watch out. I used to fly RCs and RC planes, and I'd do it on purpose, you know, go near the trees, or you don't have to be near them, you just go towards them and they'll come out of the tree and chase you.
What are you saying, Walter? Macfly? Spell that.
Hey?
What are you saying? Mag? M-A-G? M-A-C fly?
Magpie.
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 Magpie. Gotcha. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, it's not nowhere near as big as a eagle. We have huge eagles out here. They're called wedge-tail eagle because of their wedge tail, and they could be 8-9 feet if you open their wings up. They're huge. I haven't, or any of my friends, they've never been attacked by one. We were flying one day and I said to a mate, I said, you got an eagle right in front of you, and he couldn't see it. And I said, about your 12 o'clock high. And the eagle flew straight towards him and then veered off and came to me and virtually just looking at us, and then thought, you guys are too slow, and then just headed off forward in front of us. Beautiful birds. Probably not as pretty as your eagles because of the white. Ours are brown, mainly brown, but it's got lighter shades of brown. Great flying bird. They can be up at 3,000 feet and spot something on the ground.
I wish I had eyeballs like that. Hey,
real quick.
Yes.
Actually, we do.
Big congrats to Nick Perrine. He said he had his first flight today. That's freaking awesome, right?
Yes, congratulations. That's awesome.
Sounds like he's ready for the moonshiners. Come on up. Congratulations, Nick. Freaking awesome.
Any other questions? Otherwise, I'll take you for a walk outside.
Let's go for a walkabout.
Yes,
All right.
definitely. Let's go for a walkabout. I'm
I
excited about
have a
that.
question. How much to take off, how much room do you have to take off?
Not a lot. Not a lot. By the time I power up, just give it full, or not quite full throttle, but give it a lot of throttle. Look up to make sure my chute's in the right place. No twisted lines or caught up lines. Full power, I'm off the ground. So not very far. And landing is even less because you've got a parachute, which acts as a big brake. Plus, I do have brakes on the machine, so I can stop whenever I want.
Wow.
Yeah, probably, I don't know, 100 odd feet, 150 feet.
Wow. Okay. How come it took you 7 years? Is it just because it was that expensive, or was it a money thing? Was it hard to get parts?
It was a money thing, but as you'll see in a minute, there's a lot to it. And I made fiberglass molds, or actually plugs for the molds. Another friend of mine actually made the molds. The plug is virtually a male copy of what the thing's got to look like. And it has to be, so it's fiberglass, and then I've got to rub it down so it's like as shiny as your car. Because the better the finish, the better the mold will come out. So the front clip is a mold of, so that's fiberglass. When I say the front clip, the front nose, and they're not on there at the moment, but the wheel pants as well, that's another plug. Perhaps I'd go outside and show you, and we'll even start her up, warm it up for the morning. It's been cold over here, guys. We don't normally get snow, but this morning they were predicting snow in South Australia. Our hills are 2,100 feet. So, yes,
Wow.
It's been cold. The other morning when I went to pick up the container with the aircraft, it was 5.5 below. And to tell you, it's the coldest I've ever been. I've never been in anything that cold. So we'll go for a little walk. Now, hopefully this is all going to work outside.
While you go for a walk, I just did a random number generator, and we are going to be selecting 3 people for winners. We got iloveppg.com shirt that you get to pick. We get a True North Paramotors shirt, and we also have stickers. So if you guys want to win something, just put a number in the chat, and when I see that number, I will put your name down, and I will know that you won something, and then you will see it at the very end here. I want to say thank you very much for the $5 from PPG Fix It. We appreciate that donation. All donations go back into our show to buy you wonderful, fun things that we can give away. So go ahead and start putting in your random numbers. Remember, one number at a time, and I'll be watching for the numbers. And as soon as somebody wins something, we'll let you know if you know who won something. Well, not who, that a number has been picked and it was correct. Are you walking out there, Walter?
I was just going to show you my seat, which I'm modifying with vinyl carbon fiber wrap. And that's part of my seat. These black bits here is where my seat belts come through. You can see that. So seat belts come through there so they don't rub the on the aluminium and cut the belt. And that's the other little bit which forms the whole of the seat. So that's the seat. So there's no seat in it, but which is better because you'll be able to see all the chassis and the battery and fuel system and everything. That's my container. Can you see what's going on?
I can see perfectly. Somebody already won a iloveppg.com shirt. So somebody already won one. There's 2 things left, so keep on putting your numbers between 1 and 100 as we're watching Walter.
How's that picture? I can't see at the moment. That's my engine. Exhaust. Bolly prop, which is made here in Adelaide, 3-blade. That's the Rotax. HPC coating to not let the top rust or the exhaust.
That's a good looking machine, Walter. Look at those welds. Those are beautiful.
Yeah. Does the weld show up, does it?
Yeah, you can see.
Yep.
Beautiful. And there's a nice springed exhaust.
Yes, and we
Protect
put
against
silicone
vibrations.
on
Yeah, you have
it.
sheathing on the springs in case
stops it falling off.
if they pop off, it keeps them from going into the prop. Do you have a security wire on those springs, Walter?
As
Safety
well,
wire?
yeah. Yes, everything's wired up, whatever I could wire up. Exhaust.
You know, we say in America, Walter, we say, this ain't my first rodeo.
The what? Sorry?
In America, when someone asks someone else a silly question, we say, this ain't my first rodeo. Do you guys say that in Australia?
I say that to
Yeah.
you all the time.
No, not really.
Bill H in the chat says, do the intakes freeze up?
No. I've never flown. I think I've been up in the air and it's 8 degrees. 8 degrees is, 8 degrees Celsius, which is just off of freezing. Very cold, very cold. I'll walk around here. Can you see that?
Now, did you weld anything yourself? I mean, did you do everything yourself, or did you have machine people do some things?
No, one of my cousins is a top grade welder. He's not an aircraft like aircraft, but yeah, as a welder, plenty of welders have seen this, including aircraft engineers, and they were astounded by the welds. So we come inside. I'll sit you down here for a minute. Can you see all that, or is that too dark?
No, we can see everything really well.
Yep.
It's very good.
That's my 50-litre fuel tank and belts. Now the fuel tank's got the filler at the back, big inspection hole. The fuel tank is full of a special foam so it doesn't slosh around. Fuel level gauge in the middle, and the fuel points are down the bottom. It picks it up from the bottom. It's a wedge shape. So the wedge means the bottom of the fuel tank. I hope I'm not shaking too much. The bottom of the fuel tank goes to a wedge, so I can have virtually a few litres and on landing it rushes to the front where the fuel fittings are.
So it gets every last drop. That's how the Maverick
Yeah.
fuel tank is shaped. It's shaped like it's tapered to the bottom, so that so that nothing sloshes around when you get low. It's a great design.
Oh, I don't want to be funny, but when I'm going too fast, oops, can you see that?
Yeah.
My speed brake.
Oh, nice.
No, it's not. It's where my hatch is. You'll see down inside, it's got just springy cable, and I can put a jacket, I can put my chute bag, whatever in there. So, yeah, just a little bit extra work and give us a nice bit of shape to the back that's hollow. My fuel tank, fuel filler in the bottom, starter.
Where'd you get this?
Of course, the Rotax have a fan at the front with this shroud that keeps it running cool when you're on,
Oh, it needs it,
on the
doesn't it?
ground. Sorry? When you fly slow like PPCs do, they require air by fan. Not that it gets hot anyway. Twin carb, twin plug, twin ignition systems. Ducati is the people that do the ignition to it. These are my hang points. These I made, I designed, and a friend of mine made it on a billet CNC machine. Can you see that? That's how they hang, how I hang. So these can go forward and back. That's my steering line here, which goes to my feet. Now, I'll sit you down in here on the chassis.
So Brian Waller wants to know, does it have a flux capacitor?
Yes, it does. It's got everything, Brian. The actual engine comes with what's called a lighting system. So off of the crankshaft, it's like a magneto type generator, alternator, whatever you want to call it. And it makes its own power. So it can light up interior of an aircraft, your gauges, your radio, whatever.
Bill H wants to know if some of your drag car is in there, your race car.
Technology from drag racing, yes.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I've been involved for 45 years and seen some of the best. We've had some of the best race cars that are built in America, some of the best race car manufacturers. So
Walter,
Yes.
was that a dingo that just walked by?
That's my dog, Sally.
I thought it was a dingo.
Hey, real quick, can we get a screenshot, guys, for the thumbnail?
Well, we got to get Walter in there. Walter, make sure you're in the camera.
Just make sure your butt's visible.
Yeah, just the butt.
Just the butt.
So it's going to be a flat picture. Got it.
That was a dingo.
It looks like a dingo. Walter, pick up the camera and put your face in there. We're going to take a screenshot.
Okay. Hang on.
Big smiley face.
Never mind, Walter. Take that down.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Not working.
Do you know how hard it is to hold these cheeks up? Let's go.
Control shift. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh my God, Sean.
Oh, there it is. It's option. Ready?
That-
1, 2, 3.
Cheeseburger. If it doesn't work, don't worry. I'll screenshot the actual footage, so no worries.
Cool.
All right.
Let me go.
Yeah, it was working that whole time. It just wasn't making any sound.
Okay. We still got 2 more things to give away. So we only got one person that won one thing. So any one number wins between 1 and 100. So start putting some numbers in, because I want to give away some stuff. If you guys don't want anything, just don't put any numbers, but you can if you want. All right, Walter, what else we got going on?
Okay. We got plenty of gauges. There's can you see foot pedals? They slide back and forth.
So what do the foot pedals actually do then? If this is not a fixed wing, if this is PPC, what does the foot pedals do?
That controls they're my steering lines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Steering lines come both sides, right, and then run through the machine to a couple of pulleys and then fixed off down here. Hopefully you can see it. To the machine, it's fixed there, goes through a pulley, so I get twice the length of movement. So we've got about 12 inches, so it's probably 18 to 24 inches of movement in the control lines. So here's my key. Can you see that? We turn that on. Fuel on. It's a fuel lever. And I'll just put you up for a minute.
If you're listening to this, definitely go over to ClearPropTV.com and watch the show. A lot of interesting things that you can only see. Unfortunately, you just can't understand when you're listening to the show.
Okay.
Hey, Walter, we have a rule. It's either on a rack or on your back.
Yeah, I want to see that on his back.
Yeah. No, I've got 3 wheels, Shane. So fuel's on, main ignition's on, and then down here, I don't know, can you see my hand?
Yeah.
Yep, is my main switch, which turns on my fuel pump. So that's priming up because I let the fuel drain out while running out of my carbons. And my fuel pressure gauge tells me it should be right. We'll just make sure. I'll come down here. Can you see my throttle?
Hey,
Throttle.
get out of there. Sure.
And full choke. Needs full choke when cold. Okay, here we go. We're Brook, where's Sally?
Why does Walter look like Fester right now?
Night, Brian Waller.
That definitely sounds like a Moster 185.
Sounds like the space shuttle going up. You guys, we still got another shirt and stickers. We only got one winner, so keep on putting those numbers in. Anything from 1 to 100, put in the chat. So I can't tell. Is it running?
I think the microphone can't handle it, and it's kind of because we heard it fire up.
That's what I thought. I'm still watching the chat for numbers. People are getting so close to the number, but we only got one winner so far. We got 2 shirts and stickers that we're trying to give away. It doesn't seem like anybody wants the stickers. Nobody wants the shirts. So we appreciate the likes. We got 14 likes, 20 people watching. We got some numbers rolling in now. Good.
How are we gonna get Walter back on the main screen if we can't hear him because his mic's out?
Let me go ahead and spotlight him real quick. There we go. Thank you for
There we go.
that. Just that thing is rolling.
That motor sounds mean.
That sounds a lot like my Moster. I'm just saying.
If my Moster sounded like that, I'd be a happy camper.
Not at 18 liters. Not at 18 liters an hour, you wouldn't.
Moster 1085.
That's a new thing. Moster 1085.
Yeah, not for the girly men. This is for the men.
I don't know about you, but something like that kind of is intimidating.
It is intimidating. He's got a lot of technology into just that dash. That's insane.
Intimidating. Yeah. That's what she said.
That's what she said. So I have tacho, dual cylinder head temperature, dual exhaust temperatures, another dual gauge which does volts and amperage. I have a airspeed gauge. I have a vertical speed gauge which will tell me whether I'm climbing, flying level or descending, and altitude meter, plus the fuel pressure and fuel quantity, and a compass. GPS.
Hey, Walter, I got a question for you. With our Moster 185s, the exhaust always cracks on the Y19. Do you have any kind of issues with the Rotex on like that's common problems?
No, sir. As you see, there's the main manifold. The 2 cylinders come out the head into a Y, into a ball joint, and then a 90-degree. Can you see that, Shane?
Oh, yeah.
And another ball joint there. No, touch wood, I've never seen one crack. These are HPC coated, so they don't rust. The good thing about HPC coating, it's not only on the outside, but it's on the inside as well. So the exhaust really shouldn't rust. So exhaust muffler, I can put another little muffler that goes on here and comes back underneath. It's an extra silencer. Doesn't seem to do anything. Doesn't make it any quieter. So is that good enough? Everybody happy with that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice piece of equipment you got there.
Really,
How
really
heavy,
nice.
Walter, how heavy is it?
Like I said, about 300 kilos and about 270. And then with the big fat me, and fuel, it comes to about 400 kilos.
Hey, Walter, on your way inside, do you have the way that you transport it?
Yes. Now, can you
that'd be
see
nice
my
to see.
container? My container has a window with a hatch, a door, wiring. I have 12-volt lights, 240-volt lights, all the way through it. And this is my solar panel controller, batteries which aren't connected at the moment, cupboards to keep my goods in, and it's a bit messy at the moment, but this is the bedroom.
And that's how you transport it in that?
No. We'll go outside and I'll show you my trailer, which will be for my transporting. Oh, that's my trike.
Look at Walter.
I actually built that before I built the aircraft to get my hand into doing the steel work, which there's a bit of work in there. It's a 5 horsepower stationary motor with a go-kart rear end, shortened, disc brake, motorbike seat, pops open to get to the fuel tank and the oil.
You know how many Americans would love to have that as a hover-round?
I'm trying to work. I'm fixing to work away into how much that costs to ship over to the States, because you have my address, Walter, and I'm paying for shipping.
Yeah, Shane, if you end up injuring yourself on that, you can't fly, bro.
That's fine, but I'll have fun until then.
Can you see my car? That's an Australian Ford Falcon.
What side's the steering wheel on?
On the right-hand side.
So passenger side for us, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, correct. That's my trailer. Can you see that?
Is that like a retired horse trailer? That looks like a horse trailer, kind of.
No. Again, I built the whole thing from start, narrow with the round front, and I envisaged on using a horse float roof, and I wanted it round. It also gives me a little bit more area inside coming forward on the A-frame, and yeah. Or she's messy inside.
We might be losing internet connection. His trailer might be parked too far away.
Yeah, Walter, we're losing you. It's so messy, the internet doesn't want us to see it. Holy crap,
if you're in PPC, I mean, even with a truck, you have to have a truck or something you can get that thing and, to transport it. That's another thing to think about. I didn't really sit there thinking that's a big machine. Do you just hopefully live next to a field and you can just drive it on public roads to the launch,
or hopefully your backyard's 150 feet long.
Man, that'd be sweet. That'd be sweet. I'm up for adoption, by the way. Up for adoption, guys. Anybody's got that 150-foot yard?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Single.
Where's my dingo? Where's my dingo? Sally.
Where's my dingo?
Sally.
She's probably getting hugged by a kangaroo right now.
Yeah. So that's my cell tower. I should be able to get good coverage. That grey building there is the post office, so I don't have to walk far. And the green veranda you see is my supermarket. convert to my store. So
And what kind of fruit is that?
Fruit?
Yeah, you said that tree gives you fruit.
No. No, actually, it is a peach tree there, but it's not very good peaches. They're the white ones.
That's
Sally!
I love peaches.
So that's my backyard, very messy, washing on the line.
Wow, wow.
Big yard.
You got a lot of stuff there, Walter.
I know, and I won't even show you what's in the shed because it's a mess. Sally!
Walter, are you a single man?
Can't you tell? You wouldn't have all this if it was.
Come on, Sally.
Unfortunately, yes. Where's my Sally?
Where's your Sally?
Sally!
Come on, everybody. Let's call Sally. Come on, Sally.
Oh, I know where she is. She goes around. She goes around the side of the house onto the. I've got a single mattress around here.
Mad at you. She's like
a single mattress.
No, she's not.
Walter
there.
don't even let him in the house. He's like, I just got a mattress on the side of the house.
What are you talking about? She runs the house. She sleeps with me.
Ah.
I've got a king size bed just for her. Her and me, so I can move around a bit. Where are you?
Come on, Sally.
Sally. See the block? That's the block next door. She loves to go over there and see if there's any cats or whatever.
Oh, Lord.
So I'll take she's over there.
Uh-oh, Dad. You better go find her.
I can't sit. Nah, she'll be all right. She'll come home. I feed her, so they have to come home, don't they?
Yeah, I've been feeding my wife. She hasn't left yet.
Walter, are there women there that fly PPCs?
Not that I know of. Yes, there is, but I don't know them personally. Yeah, there are a couple. Just hang on a moment.
This is
That's
very
what
entertaining.
I was going to say. Sean, I was like.
Yeah, this is very entertaining.
I want to know what my chakras are. I hear like the crystal balls and stuff in the background.
Yeah.
Live TV.
Live. Oh. Hopefully that was okay for you people.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, very entertaining, very interesting.
Thank you. I really wasn't sure if it was going to work because I'm on Bluetooth, so yeah, it all worked up to the back. I think when I was by the trailer, I think we lost. Did we lose a little bit of reception when I was at the trailer?
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's out of line of sight of my modem. The container is basically straight out my back door, so the beams go that way. Oh,
we thought you had we shot crystal ball with shock. Jesus.
Words are hard for him.
Golly. This is what happens when I didn't start drinking until 8:05, and now I can't even talk. Good Lord. Your chakras, and it's just you stirring your coffee cup there.
Oh, I needed coffee. I have to have coffee.
What are we looking at, Sean?
What the heck is that?
The number generator. It was number 82. JR Paramotor, Will Fly, and Michael all got 82. Matter of fact, JR Paramotor and Will Fly both numerously typed in 82. So you only win once, but it did work.
What's the special number? I thought you would have had your birthday. That's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, on the 10th. Yep, a couple of days. But number 82 is the winner. So JR Paramotor will fly. And Michael, make sure you go over to ClearPropTV.com. PPG Pooh Bear won. So Michael PPG Pooh Bear. Matter of fact, hey, unmute yourself, Michael, real quick. And just so everybody knows, Michael was PPG Majestic, but now he's PPG Pooh Bear. Go ahead and tell us, why are you PPG Pooh Bear?
That's so funny.
Well, what does poo desire? Gotta have honey, right?
Gotta have honey, gotta have Pooh Bear, yep.
Yeah. PPG honey pots, what I desire.
Got the honey pot, got the Pooh Bear. That's so awesome. You two are so adorable and beautiful together. That's awesome. So make sure you go over to, if you won, make sure you go to ClearPropTV.com, fill out that form. And also, too, in case you did not know, we do have our pre-orders for the calendars now. So if you go to ClearPropTV.com, you can pre-order one of our calendars that we did over on PPGZone.com. And they are going to be printed out and sent to you. So if you want to, just go to ClearPropTV.com and get one of those calendars. They're awesome. Plus, we're going to be giving them away later on the show. Anybody else have any questions for Walter?
I have a question, but it's not for Walter. I want to know why Bill H was timed out by John Wayne for 300 seconds, because I totally missed it. I have a feeling it was done on accident, but I couldn't help but laugh because all of his messages have been deleted since.
Oh my goodness! I just noticed that. What happened? I don't know.
I have no idea. I just looked up and was like, oh, what happened? I started laughing.
Deleted by John Wayne. John Wayne, why are you deleting all Bill H's messages? What's going on here?
Maybe because he doesn't win. I don't know.
Like, stop winning so much stuff.
Oh, I couldn't help it. I just started laughing.
I just noticed that. That's crazy.
Maybe they're both golfers, and he just gave them a handicap for any of these winnings. He needed a handicap. He won way too much.
Sean, I've got a important message for Jade.
Okay.
Jade.
Yes, Walter.
Yes, Walter. You have not sent me your address yet.
I'll give it to you right now. It is
445. Yes, Jade, okay. Please send it to me so you can receive.
Well, you're on our guest chat, so you can just put it on the guest chat if you want to, or text it to him. Through the
no, she can messenger. Text it to me through Facebook Messenger.
I will do that.
She's been told about 3 times. I won't tell you again.
Oh, snap.
Sorry. I keep forgetting. I'll do it right now.
Oh, how can you forget me in Australia? Come on, Jade.
Oh, my God. All these women. I'm telling you, Walter. I don't know how you're handling all of us, you know?
Hey.
Like, all these clothes that have to go out to all his girls. What?
Yeah,
John,
go on.
The John Wayne said, "Sorry guys, listening with my phone in my pocket." That's how. So you're saying that something in your pocket or close to your pocket timed out Bill H.
What?
I don't know. I'm just guessing. Go ahead, Walter.
Explaining to do. Yes, he does.
John Wayne. Well, I put the meeting ID and password in here. We had a really good time I know that a lot of people are wanting to fly, and Monday nights, going for 3 and 4 hours is just way too long. So we definitely appreciate you, Walter, for jumping on the show and showing us your PPC. And of course, we can always get up with you over at the honorary ppgwalter.com, because we got so many PPGs here. Does anybody want to say anything, any jokes, any questions for anything before we head on out? Anybody that wants to join us, I dropped the ID and password in here. We're going to cut the live stream here in just a moment, and just be private and just talk paramotors and PPC in the background. So if you want to join us, but if there's any questions or anything for Walter or announcements or anything else, now is the time while we're still live.
Well, Walter, will you be going? Will you be filming your first flight after 6 years? Or
yes, I have camera come, several cameras. I just need the technology to know how to edit. I don't know how to edit, so it might be raw footage, but you'll get something.
Raw footage works. I'm okay with that. I would love to be able to see you from start, taking off, flying around, and land. I think that'd be cool anyway.
Yeah. That's how I usually used to do any filming with the older type cameras. But I was going to ask, is Michael your what do you call it?
Student? Yeah.
Yes, Pooh Bear and Honey Pot are both my students, including Shannon and Mickey.
Okay, yeah. Honey Pot's not here.
Yeah, Honey Pot's here. Jamie, Honey Pot. I think she's on mute. There she is. She's waving. She just don't want to. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, Walter.
There you go.
Oh, Jamie. Hi. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I was going to ask earlier, who's the pretty girl?
Easy there, cowboy.
Oh, dear. No, Michael and Jamie, I've been watching some of your training, and great to see new people coming into the sport and being one of us.
Got a long way to go, but can't wait to get there.
Have you flown yet? Have you got off the ground yet?
I got off the ground yesterday. It wasn't really intentional.
Oh, okay. Very good. No, it all takes time, and some people do it quickly, some people take a little bit longer, but that feeling when you're in the air, and I haven't done it running on my 2 feet, which I would absolutely love to do. I do it with a trike, but being more so out in the open, in your chair, strapped in, I think would be the ultimate. And I've got a wing and a harness, and I'm doing a little bit of kiting at the moment. And one day I'll walk off of the side of not off of a cliff, but down the hill.
That's been my dream since I was a kid, to take a flying leap off a cliff.
Yeah, well, we all dream of that. And, it's funny because I've always dreamed of flying. It was never in the front of my mind because I've been involved in drag racing, but the older I get, the more I enjoy flying. And coming from drag racing, a lot of pilots do not understand, because I've got 4 mates, 3 now, one's passed away, that we all flew PPCs. And the pilots can't understand, from a fast sport like drag racing, us guys fly the slowest form of flying, from one extreme to the other. And we said, look, we've done all the speed stuff. all we want to do now, and you know, when you're in the air and it's just like sitting back in your lounge chair at home and you just push left and right and you can see the world turning underneath you. There's nothing better.
I can't wait.
Sean, I saw your latest video and the shadows of you on the ground. You know, to me, that's the best thing ever. Seeing your shadow.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Zipping along the ground, you know, especially when you're up a little bit, you know, and you can see how fast you're going across the ground.
And it's so cool because you can see that you're only doing like 20 miles an hour. I mean, you're only going as fast like a moped. So it's not like you're going very fast, which is really neat.
As I said, my machine will do 35 miles an hour. That's my normal cruise, what's called 32 knots, which is, you know, 60 odd kilometers, 35 miles an hour. And, you know, the funny thing is you got big paddocks over here and they could be fenced, and then you got roads. So I'm watching my shadows along the ground through the paddocks, and then you come to a fence. If you're on a motorbike, you'd have to stop the motorbike, get off your motorbike, go and open that gate, put your motorbike through, shut the gate, go across the road, open the other gate, put your motorbike through the gate, shut the gate, and then get back on your motorbike. By that, I'm a mile down the road.
Right.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Sean, I've thought about that whenever we're, you know, going over by the packing plant. We're going in these fields, and I'm just like, I used to do this on a four-wheeler, only now I come to a tree row and I go over the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun feeling. It really is cool.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy, you might be going a little bit faster on your bike, but as I said, you come to a fence, you come to trees, you come to bushes, you've got to slow down or get off, open the gates and this and that. By that time, I'm a mile down the airway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Walter, definitely appreciate you being on the show. Any other questions? Any questions in the chat? Anybody want to jump on here and chat with us? You guys are more than welcome to. If not,
have you seen any new different names on the chat today? I don't think so. I was just seeing if any of my friends or family was on there, but they probably wouldn't know how to chat.
I don't think I've seen anybody different. I was only watching the chat when we're looking at the numbers for the winners. And once again, congratulations, Jared Paramotor will fly Michael Pooh Bear. You all won something. Make sure you go over to ClearPropTV.com and fill out the form. Let us know that you won something, and I'll get up with you. And we'll find out your t-shirt size and all that fun stuff. And thank you, PPG Fix-It, for your donation today. That will help send Walter his package all the way over to Australia. Anybody have anything else before we go off the air for today?
Where is my chatters? What was that, Linda?
I said I always thank my chatters.
Oh, yes.
That on our show. Yes. Thank you, chatters. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much for tuning in. Like I said, if you want to join us, go ahead and join us. If not, we're going to head on out. We'll chat back here in the after show for a little bit. Because it is summertime and everybody does want to go fly. I don't think that we're going to be getting a lot of people in here when we're doing this live. So if you're here and you're watching, we definitely appreciate you. So thank you very much. This is Sean Symons, PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast. We had Walter from Down Under. You can find him at ppgwalter.com. We got Flying Flamingo Jade. Jade, tell us a little bit about yourself and how we can get up with you and find your Tomahawk tees.
I do Tomahawk tees, and you can find that on Facebook. on a separate page. And you can check me out on YouTube at paramotorgirl.com or Flying Flamingo Jade.
Yay! And we also have Shannon and Mickey. We appreciate you guys for jumping on. Do you guys have any other questions or anything before we get off the air? You guys are going to stay for the after show for a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
All right, good deal. So hang on. We're going to be on the after show in just a moment. We also got Never Trust a Skinny Chef. Shane, you also have a show that you do on Tuesdays. What's that all about, brother man?
Yeah, we do a Tuesday night hangout on ppgshane.com. Tomorrow night, we actually are going to have, like I said, a special guest. It was there may be two. I know for sure DP, Dave Perry, just got done with class and has flown a couple times now, and we're going to talk to him about his experience and his knowledge of the sport and what he's looking forward to for his future goals. So I'm super excited to talk with him and get all the insight that he has about his training.
Awesome. I can't wait for that. That's going to be really a good show. We also got JP Tullo. I think he's in the background right now, so you can always find him at jptullo.com. He's our senior network engineer. He's usually the guy that takes care of the spinny wheel of Winnie things, but when he's not here, we have to do the number thing. So we apologize for the number things, but we appreciate all the typing that you did and all the thumbs up. So we also have Tommy Mosley in the house. Tommy Mosley, you can find him at ppgtommy.com. Tell us a little bit about yourself real quick and your flying experience.
Local pilot here with Sean. Flying for 4 years, not as frequent as I need to be flying or want to be flying, but weekend warrior for sure. Getting out more this summer. I'm definitely seasonal also. So, yep, flying around here with Sean.
And we'll be doing some XCs very, very soon. We also got Linda Anderson. She's our cheerleader. And we appreciate you so much for joining us and everything that you do and finding guests for our show. So we appreciate you. And you can find her at paramomusa.com. And she also has a son that does something on the side. What does he do? And tell us about his .com real quick, Linda.
Robert Michaels. He's at paraglidingtalk.com on Thursday night, and he does a lot of paragliding out of San Diego. And yeah, it's a fun show. Y'all got to just check it out on Thursday.
And just in case y'all did not know, which I'm sure you do know, if you go to ppgzone.com, you have all the shows that are going on that are all about PPG and paramotor. So make sure you go there and check that out. If you have not made your very own profile, make sure you go there and make a very own profile. So I don't know if Michael, Pooh Bear and Honeypot or Shannon or Mickey has gone there, but make sure you go there and make yourself a little profile because there's an interactive map. So once you start flying, you can actually see the other paramotor people that are flying around you, get up with them, get together and go do some XCs, which is really awesome. Jamie or Michael, did you want to say anything to the great people out here before we go off the air?
Thank you, Linda, for being the cheerleader. You do so well. It was great. It was great to meet you, Tommy, and the tips. Loved them. Thank you so much for your patience. Captain, man, that's a machine you got there. Who makes that wing?
APCO.
APCO. That's a special order, huh?
No. Actually, I wish to buy a new one because this is 500 square feet. The new ones, they do 550. So rather than being on the end of the envelope, I'll have 50 kilos to play with.
Wow.
So I should increase my climb rate and descent rate and fuel burn.
Nice.
With a new wing.
Nice.
Also, they're an elliptic wing rather than a squarish type wing.
Neat. Shane, can't wait to have dinner.
Oh, yeah.
That's about it.
I can't wait either, Shane.
Well, you just got to escape from that
Down
country
under.
of yours.
Yep. I'll leave Melbourne, Australia. Well, I have to fly to Melbourne to come to Melbourne over there.
There you go.
Is there obviously airport there?
Yep, there is, but you'll probably end up flying into Orlando, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is a 45-minute drive from here.
Yep. Yep. Yes, to the future, we hope.
To the future. All right, you guys, hang on. We're going to be private here in just a moment. Thank you guys very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you. We'll be back next week. We're going to have our very own Brian Haybale Waller and Brook, PPG Pirate. They have done a tandem. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Here's the, was it? What did you say, Shane?
No, I didn't say nothing.
Oh, okay. We are going to be talking with them. It's going to be their show. I think it's a transition. I think they went from foot launch and transition to trike, and they're going to tell us all about the experience next week. So make sure you join us next week. You're listening to ClearPropTV.com, PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast, and you're listening to us probably on your favorite podcasting app. So thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we are signing off for now. We'll see you next week, and don't forget tomorrow at ppgshane.com, where we're just going to be hanging out and talking about paramotors. Catch you next week and tomorrow. Bye. Peace.
Bye. Thank you, everybody.